In 1998, Ricky Williams was unstoppable. A Texas Longhorns legend, the newest addition to a long line of Heisman Trophy winners, and the NFL's next superstar. Williams was nothing short of a generational, game-changing running back. But what followed his college career became one of football's most captivating stories. Williams obliterated records at Texas. In 4 seasons, he recorded over 6,200 rushing yards, scored 72 rushing touchdowns, and broke or tied over 90 records throughout the NCAA, Big 12 Conference, and at the University of Texas.
11 yards shy of the record. Williams breaks a hole. Williams, hello record book! Ricky Williams runs to the Hall of Fame, cuts back. Ricky Williams, touchdown! 60 yards and the record is his. He does it in dramatic fashion.
When he won the Heisman that December by receiving 920 first-place votes, then the most of any candidate in history, his future looked set. On draft night, the New Orleans Saints traded their entire stock and even a few future draft picks just to get him.
With the 5th pick in the draft, the New Orleans Saints select Ricky Williams, running back, University of Texas. St. Louis Rams are now on.
But the NFL was different. Williams was criticized for being reserved, quiet, and often had misunderstandings between himself and the interviewers and coaches he faced. His first contract was unprecedented and was heavily incentivized on his performance rather than being paid up front. Williams dominated the run game during his beginning seasons in the NFL, but he suffered behind the scenes, dealing with tolling expectations, social anxiety, and depression. Williams was suspended multiple times for marijuana use in an effort to deal with his mental health, which only seemed to be straining by the day. Reaching the boiling point, Williams, who was 27 at the time, shocked the sports world and walked away from the NFL before the start of the 2004-2005 season. Williams would travel to Australia to clear his head, but turned a 3-day trip into a 2-month-long journey to find himself. There, he would begin a foray into holistic medicine, yoga, and religion that would shape the rest of his life. Williams would only return home after a failed trip to India stranded him in an airport in Thailand, where he would see an NFL game on TV and decide it was time to go home. Though it continued to be an arduous journey for Williams, he was able to find his way back to the NFL in 2005 and would stay there until 2012, playing for the Dolphins and Ravens and rushing for over 10,000 career yards. By the time Williams retired, the NFL itself had begun to shift for the better. Conversations about anxiety, mindfulness, and autonomy had become more popular in sports culture. While Williams wasn't the only athlete to contribute to such a rise in player-centric conversations, his story served as a direct example of why players should focus more on themselves, even at the cost of the game. Today, Williams isn't just remembered for what he did on the field, but for what he stood for off of it. After retiring from the NFL, Williams became an advocate for medical cannabis use, a certified yoga instructor, and a co-founder of an herbal wellness company. He faced constant criticism for his decision to quit and was touted as a joke, but Williams would set a precedent that no other athlete had done before. He chose himself.